Hello, this is Phoenix Within. I want to take some time to discuss some evolutional proof that I don't think anyone's picked up, but I do think that there are those who have noticed, though I don't know if it's to the degree. It varies. I had meant to do this video quite some time ago. I guess, through the whole process of surprise and mystery, the best is saved for last, which, incidentally, this is just about the best saved for last. Other than my final recording, which will be when the occurrence has happened. It'll be very brief, very short, but it'll be perfect. Okay, we have a picture of Tifa, which is from Final Fantasy VII. And this particular picture is from the CGI movie Advent Children. Okay, probably wondering what the big deal is, right? Okay, next picture is of a Korean girl. Not Japanese, surprisingly. Okay, still, what's the big deal? The next picture shows the big deal. In this picture, you can see that the eyes are 98.7% accurate, but if you notice, Tifa's head is tilted just a bit more. Perhaps if aligned with the Korean girl, that their eyes would be perfectly synced. I'm going to let that be self-explanatory, because it is self-explanatory. What am I getting at with it? Well, if anyone has watched anime, I think many can tell you that anime is awesome in general, not just because of the concepts, story depth, which absolutely mops the floor compared to anything American related. There were hundreds of titles released in Japan, anime. That's a sign of consistent evolution by itself. So, essentially, Asians were the first to start taking on the evolution of anime characters. Now, I know what most are thinking right now. It's drawings. It's anime. Okay, first off, you've just seen an example of a CGI anime character. Also, our color depth ratio is flawed. I can look off in a corner of my room, and there are literally tens of millions of messages per second trying to translate every little particle shadow of that corner of the wall. Is that even necessary? Well, then it's the question of, let's just say we did live in an anime world. All those tens of millions of messages per second would be narrowed down to dozens of messages per second. Guess what you could do with all that mental activity? Debunk. And that's the actuality. Okay, moving on. Fractals. Here we have a picture that I'm sure you're very familiar with. Looks very different. These pictures are very difficult to put together at times because depending on the picture is depending where the fractal point begins. In this case, the fractal point began with the middle lower planet, and you can tell by the alignment that the picture is graphically different. I guess maybe someone's wondering, what's the point of a fractal picture? Well, for one, it looks really amazing. And the other thing is that there's a discernment in it. Do you notice there's a mysticalness behind it? I have seen my computer react to this type of effect. Now, no other effect has ever done this to my computer, and my computer can handle quite a bit, including several Firefoxes up, my music maker, a media player, Skype, you name it. It can handle it. It can eat it. Plus, I'm close to an expert computer technician. Anyway, the other point is it's showing an embedded message. It's showing a journey, so to speak. The next fractal is quite more direct. This fractal picture was a little more easier to put together. The key point is near the top part of the fractal, the picture itself. I aligned, well, just look at where the lines bend. You can see how the pictures change, but you can see where there's the main energy orb at, and there's a line bend. It's a little hard to describe considering there's so much to look at, but again, It's not just for insight. It's not just for effect. There is a legit interest behind fractals itself, presented like this, that shows an awakening. It even awakens the self. I have included these effects in the movie. Not to a very extreme degree, because fractal can also mean embedded messages. It means an eternal expression. Now, of course, you can see that there's not a